Hi, I'm Melissa Dorsey.
I'm Rebecca Schnell.
And I'm Mark Holmes, and we are
HeARTbeat Theater Productions.
Why did we start HeARTbeat Theater Productions? Well, that's a great question. We've all been friends for quite a long time. In fact, I was best man at Rebecca's wedding. I won't tell you how many years ago it was. And Rebecca and I recently were the Canadian touring company for Brave-Hearted Boys and Brave-Hearted Girls, a show that was touring churches all across Canada.
Right, but actually our desire to do something like this predates that, and that was something that got our feet wet. But we were looking for that missing piece, and that missing piece came along in Melissa.
Well, I was touring with Hoja, and the man who owns the group, Chris Martin, he actually owns Canadian School Presenters, and he said, hey, you know, we're looking for a group that does theater and that does stuff that will go to faith-based schools that's based on the Bible. And I thought that's right up my alley, and I know the people that need to be involved in this.
So as we began to develop a show for HeARTbeat Theater, one of the verses I think that stuck out to us comes from Matthew 5, where Jesus talks to his disciples about being the light of the world. And that's really who we want to be as people and as artists, and we want to share his light with the kids and teachers that we come into contact with. And so we've taken that theme and we've knit it right into the foundation of our show. But of course, Jesus never intended that we teach about him in a boring way, especially not to kids. In John 10:10, Jesus said, I've come that they will have life and have it to the full, or have it abundantly. And so that means there's lots of room for fun and imagination too.
When I was working at the Science Center, I had the opportunity to create a character to educate grade 5 kids about classroom chemistry, which some of them didn't find very fun at all. And what I discovered was that you can almost trick kids into learning. You can get them excited about what it is that they're learning about. And so I think that's one of the things that we really want to do with this show, is not trick kids, but focus on all of the positive things that we learn about in here, but do it in a theatrical way, you know, in a cast.
So one of the things that I've learned, and we've learned working at Heritage Park, is that there's a lot of opportunities to use other people outside of just the cast to make the show more exciting. So we've actually worked some of that into our show that we've written, and we're really excited about it. Some things are going to get the whole gym involved, all of the classes, and then there will be moments where we'll actually bring up volunteers to come and help during the show.
So what do we want kids walking away from the show knowing? Well, that's a good question too. You know, one of the things is that we want them to know that they can make a difference in the world, and it may not be as hard as they think. See, changing the world happens one person at a time. And when we all realize that we have the light of Christ inside of us, figuring out how to change the world just really isn't as hard as we think. When we start to reflect things like his compassion, his patience, his gentle strength and self-control, we start to shine that light more brightly.
And when we're content with second place.
And when we realize that we're all unique in some special way, and that when we realize how God truly made us, that his light inside of us shines brighter. So we'd love to meet you. We'd love to meet your kids and share with them our story. And we would also love to see how God is going to use HeARTbeat Theater to change your school.